Welcome to SEO Espresso, the podcast, with me, your host Natalie, of Natalie Faith Web Designs. This podcast is your short and fast hit to learning SEO, dedicated to breaking down the complexity of SEO so you can create a memorable online brand that attracts clicks, leads, and sales to your website. Learn SEO in easy-to-consume shots of knowledge that will allow your business to grow, all while sipping your morning coffee. If this is what you've been looking for to get your business noticed in more places than just social media, you're in the right place. You're going to love what comes next. Let's go. What is SEO and what does SEO mean? Put simply, it means search engine optimization. That is literally what the S and the E and the O stands for. It's a marketing tool that allows your website to be found online via search engines by someone who needs your specific help to solve their current problem. Search engines are platforms like Google, Bing, Yahoo. It used to be Ask Jeeves, DuckDuckGoose, and there's even country-specific search engines like Yandex in Russia or Baidu in China. So there are a range of different search engines around the world, and they more or less work in this same format, which is the optimization of your website on these platforms will allow you to be found easier when someone is searching for you. So optimizing your website on these platforms is critical to be found in search results, and you can do this by using words your audience are already using to find your industry products and services. If you think of your website as a house, you've got a great garden and a cute picket white fence out the front, right? Now, if you want people to find your beautiful little oasis, they'll need to know where you live, in particular your street address, right? SEO in this example would be the equivalent of your dream client using Google Maps to find you. If they only use your suburb in Google Maps, which is like searching for your industry or the services you provide, they'll get close to your house, but the address is not specific enough for someone to find your front door. But if you increase your keywords on your website, and for this example, share what key landmarks, street address, and identifiable items close to your house, you can even say what your house looks like, the one with the roses out the front and the white fence. And the easier that you make it for people, the easier it is for them to find you. And we love that. Now, some people may have met you before or walked past your house and therefore know your location. But if they haven't, you'll need to do a little more work on directing people to your specific location so people can easily navigate their way to you. Now, if someone's walked past your house before, in SEO terms, this would be called direct traffic because they're typing in your URL into their browser and going directly to your website. As search engines and keywords, we need to be a little bit more specific about how people can find you amongst all the other people on there. So if your house was a website, SEO is Google Maps, and those guiding your clients to your house are keywords, can you see how they all come together to support your website to be found by clients? One thing I want you to always keep in mind when it comes to SEO is to always be authentic to who your business is and who it is you want to help, and consistently adding these points of difference keywords to your website so you stand out in the niche you work within, all while making your website the one-stop shop for your ideal audience, because we want them to be your biggest fan. Great SEO doesn't come from one action alone. It is a combination of tasks within your custom SEO strategy that will make your website grow in search engines. Because it's important to keep learning about what your audience are doing and how they're using search engines to come across your website and others in your industry too. And therefore we can adapt our strategy to make it easier for them to find you specifically. You will need to take note of what affects your website's rankings for specific keywords and what encourages people to visit your website. So is it a particular blog post? Is it a new product that you've launched? Is it the custom service that you've created for them? What is attracting people to visit your website at the moment? Have a little look at this and keep providing resources related to this, but not of that same keyword. It's learning what content your audience are currently struggling with so you can provide a solution which will attract leads to your website and increase your ranking over time for relevant keywords to your business's offerings. How do search engines rank your website? What if I told you that search engines have little robots that scan your website from head to toe, and these little invisible robots, or bots as they're affectionately called in the industry, read all the content on your website, from the text to the images, page layouts, and the time spent on your website? And what do they do with this information? These little bots determine where you sit in search results, all by the information you share online. Let's jump into a little bit about search engines, and in particular, Google. Google is Australia's most used search engine platform, with over 90% of Australians using Google when they have a question or query that needs answering. A search engine is a platform within a web browser or app that allows you to quickly find what you're looking for amongst all the websites around the world. It does this by looking at the words you type into the search query box and displays information related to that search query, from finding books and looking up movie reviews to answering bigger questions like the history of the Roman Empire to the best business strategies of 2025. We go to our browsers and type in the questions for the search engines to solve. Search engines like Google show your website in search results if the website uses the exact wording being searched for, provides the most useful information on that subject, uses a variation of the keyword typed into search, is within your local area, has the best star rating or reviews. These are the types of search results for web. But Google also provides search results for images, products, books, videos, news, and so much more. There's so many subcategories that you can be found under, and having a great SEO strategy will help you cover the many different ways a future customer will be able to find you online. I think I'll leave it here for today. If you want to read more on this topic, I have got a blog post called What is SEO and How to Grow Your Website's SEO in 2025. And finally, if you enjoyed today's episode and know someone who might also want to learn SEO, please share this episode with a friend. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.
This podcast was recorded on the lands of the Bunurong people of the Kulin Nation, who've cared for this land for over 60,000 years. I pay respect to their elders, past and present. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.